The coaches are on the road for the last 5 days, and so this is the first chance to kind of get out here and actually do a little bit of football. And like I told the players in the meeting before we came out here, I said today is basically just generic. It has nothing to do with the bowl game. It's just kind of getting back into the practice habits, working on some individual skills and stuff. But it's fun to get back around these kids. It's a first time for a lot of them, so it's an experience that they've never been around. It's like, oh my gosh, we don't have a game this week, but we tried to do some things with them, stretching, flexibility. We actually had a yoga classes for them, did a little bit of lifting and conditioning so that they wouldn't be just totally, take 5 total days off and stuff. But we've got basically about 13, 14 days before the game, and they're going to get 3 more days between now and kickoff to get off. You don't want to wear them out before you get there, but it's we've got a plan and a schedule, and I think it'll be very good for them.
Yeah, Coach Chad, our strength coach, has been setting up yoga for us all year. This was really the mandatory one, so the whole team was there. And the first couple times I did yoga, I realized that it's not as easy as it sounds, and it's kind of tough. So it's a whole hour deal. You get stretched out, but afterwards, you appreciate your body appreciates you for doing that. I feel like it was competitive, really competitive. We did one-on-ones, we did our normal deal, and mostly worried about ourselves. We didn't get too much into tempo and stuff like that, and just working on the technique. There was a sense of urgency, just mastering yourself, and competing on the highest level. Running backs, we did one-on-ones, competing, and 7-on-7, 9-on-9, team activities. It was physical. I feel like we had a lot of fun.
It was fun coming back out here, after a couple of days off, just to get back into the swing of things. Coming from a really exhausting game. We played at 12 o'clock. It was hot. It was tired. We scored 63 points. We played really well, all around. So I think just coming back out here and getting back into the swing of things was good for us, and get the blood flowing and get back going. Confidence is high. The love of the team, the brotherhood, it's all here, and I'm just so glad to be a part of it.
This is the first opportunity. We're on national television on ESPN, the only game of the night, and it's an opportunity for us to, have a good performance, to play the very best that we possibly can play. For some of these kids, it'll be the last time they ever play football, period, much less, for FIU. And hopefully we've got, some kids that'll get a chance to maybe make it at the next level. But I think that these kids are very excited about it. And then going to the bowl site yesterday, they just do a phenomenal job. Brett Delaney, the executive committee director of the bowl, he's been doing this now for probably 10 years, and every year it gets better and better. The hotel sites are great. Tropicana Park is a great place to play, and they've got a lot of great activities set up for the kids, and I think our guys are going to have a great experience.
It's the most excited we've ever been. Nobody in this program has, the players for the most part have ever been to a bowl game. We're just excited to get through the experience of just playing and having another game, going through our whole season, knowing that, West Kentucky really come back. UMass could have been our last game, but we get an extra one because we earned it.
I'll probably just preach, blinders. The horse race, they put their blinders on so they can't see the surroundings. You just got to focus and lock in on the details and, the game itself, and not try to worry about, the bigger picture, the ESPN, all the attention that this game will get. And I think that this team will be able to do that, and Coach Davis will get us right for it.
I don't think the stage can never be too big. This is what you live for. It's what you come to college for. It's what you signed to come to FIU for. So this is what guys been waiting for their whole career. I believe that we're the only game playing that day. So you have the whole nation really looking at you make plays or miss plays. So that's what we're practicing for today.
Well, obviously you talk to them and you just tell them the importance of it, and you rely on your leaders, to be honest with you. The leaders obviously will help keep things organized when the coaches are on the road recruiting, and and I just think that that's the best way. We've had 4.5 months now to try to set the standard of how do you get ready for games, and I think they understand that. The biggest thing is just try to make sure that there's no surprises for them, is lay it all out. These are the days that we're going to practice. What is the importance of that day? We want them to have fun. This is a bowl experience, and so we don't want this to just be so much football, football, football. We want them to go up there, and there's some community-related activities. There's some beach activities. There's Busch Gardens is going to host them, and so we want them to enjoy the experience, but we also, part of the enjoyment is winning the football game.
It was a surreal moment, walking off the field, after getting the win in such a fashion, scoring 63 points, setting a record. I had 108 rushing yards. It was one of my goals, to break 100 yards rushing. Even though people don't think I'm a runner, but I try to classify myself as that. But yeah, it was a great game for us and for a team, and for the confidence level of the offense, to put up 60 points, against a good team, in UMass, and Coach Davis said it after the game, that's the same team that put up 14 against Alcorn. So we've just come so far from the beginning of the year that, we're going in the right direction, and this is the last game to show where we've come and where we want to go in the future.
I mean, it's something we've talked about since we were freshmen here. I mean, we knew. I mean, coming in the year before, they went 1-11, but they knew they had the talent. So just coming up. And building that brotherhood and growing from that, learning from our mistakes every year, going 4-8, 5-7, and just knowing we could have been right there, and then finally getting here. It's not just for us, the senior class before us. I mean, they built upon that, and the culture they built finally rising to expectations.
If we didn't have a good game, maybe I couldn't tell you. Maybe the attitude would be down, the confidence would be low. But coming off that 63 points, we're floating a good cloud right now. And I think that we just got to keep it going and keep building on it and keep going and leading to see where the success goes.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, winning and going to a bowl game has been just unbelievably important. Kids can see the rise of the program, the direction of the program. They've had a chance. A lot of them have come unofficially to games, and they've been around our kids, and they love the excitement, the way that these kids play and the way they compete. And so a lot of that stuff is infectious. And so I think winning makes a lot of difference. Well, I think it's going to be great for him. We've got a couple of kids from that area, but I think that's where obviously he started his high school career and coming down here, and I can't tell you how much blessed that I am to have inherited him as the starting quarterback. He's been a great leader. He's been a phenomenal, productive player on Saturdays, and I think we're going to get a chance to watch him on Sundays for many years to come.
I've gotten a lot of love from my friends, my family, coaches, people that I've played with, and it's great to go back and all my friends are going to see me play, because they don't really come down here a lot, but they've been texting me, they've been not emailing me, but you know what I'm saying, just messaging me on whatever. yeah, nobody even Facebook I'm talking about, but it's been fun for them to come and kind of get involved with it and have fun with it.
Yeah, like I said before, just playing a bowl game, period, is amazing. But, I mean, the fact we have a lot of guys from Tampa, that Bay Area, St. Pete, a couple of my friends from St. Pete, they get to see their families. Their families are right there. Compared to going to, like, another state or out of the country where not so many people could have gone. I would love to go anywhere for a bowl, but being right there, my parents can still go. I know a lot of guys' parents can still go. So, I mean, for them to be able to see my last college game is going to be amazing.